Yes, indeed. It's another jam-packed Beef Sticks podcast. We say jam-packed, but it's probably going to be bite-sized.
It's a lot of the fun COVID junk. We say goodbye to a dear pro wrestling legend, and we talk about and
we say hello to a new legendary faction in the WWE.
Yeah, and we get a pay-per-view that's full of nothing but title matches and still seems like it's going to be boring.
And a hastily built NXT TakeOver coming next week.
Yeah, it's
Kyle O'Reilly versus Finn Balor.
Did anybody ask
Balor
for
could
it?
probably make it good.
I mean, Kyle O'Reilly can man up when he needs to, but...
Well, of all the things we've talked about so far in this podcast, we've asked for none of this. We're just going to say.
No, none of us are at all looking forward to it. But, you know, it's going to happen. That's the best thing I can say about it. It's going to happen. Hopefully it's going to be better than the last takeover we got.
Yeah, it should be easily accomplished, but we'll see. We'll see.
We hope like hell. But with that being said, Pasty, we got the top of the show, and it's not a very jubilant story, folks. I'm sure everybody has already heard by now. It happened earlier this week. Joe Laurinaitis, who most of us know as Road Warrior Animal, died Tuesday.
Left us with the shitty one.
Which one?
John Laurinaitis.
Oh, with the shitty Laurinaitis. You said Road Warriors, and I was like, what? Yeah, we did.
Heidenreich, yeah.
Died Tuesday. He's age 60. According to the police report, Laurinaitis' death was of natural causes, although an exact cause is not currently known as of this recording. It said he passed away at the Tantare Resort in Osage Beach, Missouri. Kind of fucking beach are you at in Missouri? That's kind of stretching it.
And it was obviously beside a tar pool. Tantara. What is why is there tan-tar-a?
Tantara, baby. You can tan, you can tar, you could It's fucking Missouri, okay? There's not. What do you want out of them, Pasty?
It's either that or Branson. It's either that or Branson. What are you gonna do?
But it's sad that he passed away at such a young age, especially. But the worst part is he was there celebrating with his wife their wedding anniversary. So that's gonna really suck for her the rest of her life.
He took Vicodin. He went, what a rush, and his old ticker gave out. Not Vicodin, Viagra. God, fuck that drink way up.
You tried, buddy.
Shit.
I just really feel bad for her.
What a botch.
It's bad enough to lose your husband, but it's going to be, I don't know what their exact anniversary date was, but she's always going to think of this around their anniversary. And I know every married couple, they think of their past loved one on their anniversary, but this is even worse, you know. Police did receive a call from his wife at 11:49 p.m. on Tuesday evening. When deputies arrived, however, Laurinaitis had already been declared deceased by responding emergency personnel. He is not known to have been suffering from any medical conditions or ill health that would have led to this. Laurinaitis was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2011 alongside partner Michael Hegstrand, who we know as Road Warrior Hawk, as the two comprised one of the most iconic and dominant tag teams in the history of professional wrestling, the Road Warriors, which were also known as the Legion of Doom at times. Just to remind you, Hawk died of a heart attack in 2003 at even the younger age of 46.
So the Viking Express ain't the only ones who went through it.
I'm telling you. Laurinaitis had a brief run at the start of his career competing individually as the Road Warrior before being paired with friend and fellow wrestler and fellow Minnesotan, both of them, Hegstrand, to form the Road Warriors in 1983. With their trademark face paint and spiked shoulder pads, the powerful duo quickly became a top attraction in Georgia Championship Wrestling, winning the NWA National Tag Team Championship 3 times in the promotion. The pair moved through the AWA Japan, Jim Crockett Promotions, and WCW, winning tag team championships at every stop while establishing themselves as one of the biggest draws in wrestling, with legendary reactions from fans that is still to this day known as the Road Warrior Pop. They were also part of the first ever War Games match in WCW, teaming with another Lost Soul, Dusty Rhodes, and another Nikita Koloff against the Four Horsemen. In June 1990, the duo signed with the World Wrestling Federation and debuted as the Legion of Doom, a name that they had used at times early in their run with manager Paul Ellering. With their power wrestling and no-selling style, Animal and Hawk were considered one of the most influential tag teams in the history of professional wrestling. To this day, Pasty, no team has ever been able to truly capture the aura that made the Road Warriors such a massive attraction during their peak. Just ask the Ascension.
Or Ellering's other pet project, Authors of Pain.
AOP.
Or Heidenreich. He was Road Warrior at one point.
Or Drozdov.
He didn't get no love.
Drozdov didn't work well either. He's gonna puke!
Oh, man.
That'd be so sad
one,
that you're a pro wrestler and that's what you're known for is Vince McMahon yelling he's gonna puke. Sorry, I didn't mean to get in on you during a touching moment.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
And then you just no longer did your touching moment. I see about it.
You killed it. It's done. The moment is gone.
Moment's past. Just like Road Warrior Animal.
Yes. May he rest in power. Go watch some stuff on the WWE Network and you know, give this guy the remembrance he deserves.
There is a really good Road Warriors collection that they put out on DVD and Blu-ray, which I believe is also on the network. Although I think on the network all they have is like the bio, but it's a really good bio. And I would also strongly recommend the Road Warriors Beyond the Mat, because that was a really good one. So if you can look up the Beyond the Mat with the Road Warriors. Animal really lets it all out, and you can kind of see he loved Hawk to death, but you can also see he was still kind of pissed at Hawk for some of the shit that Hawk pulled, including, you know, just getting so screwed up that he couldn't wrestle. He left Road Warrior Animal when they were in the WWF, and then he went over to Japan and started the Road Warriors. Oh, I don't remember. Another really big Japanese guy. Just took the Road Warrior name, never asked Animal or nothing, never talked to him about it, anything. And you can see he was still really hurt, but had so much love for him. And Paul Ellering breaks down on that one, too, which is so sad.
Yeah, that'd be definitely worth a watch. Yeah, Animal was definitely my favorite Road Warrior member.
Mine too. He was just so... I mean, Hawk was a huge, big, buff dude, and Animal made him look like the smaller one, which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's a sad day in pro wrestling history, Pasty.
Yes. As we move into our next segment this week in pro wrestling history. The year is 1985, September 25th. Jim Crockett Promotions and the American Wrestling Association team up for a super show the likes the world has never seen in Queens, New York. The event, held at a religious school, Holy Cross High, was headlined by the sadistic Abdullah the Butcher. Odder still, it was a locally promoted as a Mid-Atlantic Championship wrestling event. The heathens in attendance were lucky enough to see superstar Billy Graham defeat Pez Whatley.
Fun fact, he is the creator of the Pez dispenser. Fun fact, I made that up.
Larry Zbyszko went over on Baron von Raschke. The Long Riders, Bill and Scott Irwin, beat Jerry Oskey and Dominic DiNucci. NWA National Champion Terry Taylor retained over Black Bart. And Jimmy Valiant won via disqualification in a bloody bout with the aforementioned Abdullah the Butcher. Sounds like a real slobber knocker at Holy Cross High.
Yeah.
Remember that recent pay-per-view we talked about that happened in like a high school gymnasium and had like anybody who was anybody from Impact and Ring of Honor and shit on
right. Yeah, this one looks like it would be a great event, but it's just so weird that in the Holy Cross High School they're going to have Abdullah the Butcher versus Jimmy Valiant in a bloodbath.
In a Burning Cross match.
Right? Oh. Be a fun one to watch, though. It's not, I couldn't
that's
find
one
it on...
cool-ass pastor.
Oh, no doubt.
He probably smokes weed.
He's probably dead at this point, but you never know. I guess it depends on how old he was back then.
Right. Well, maybe he sold himself to the devil at the show. He could be alive for a long time to come.
He could come for a long time.
Yes. He could be so old that he hears voices in his head.
He's going to start acting like Bruce Pritchard.
Keep them guessing.
All right.
Never know what's going to come out. You just when you think, now you've all ready for Chris Masterson and Shawn Miguel. And then, boom! Fuck you, you ain't going to get it right now. Here comes Kerwin White. He's already in the ring. Got a little golf club in his hand. Playing with his putter. Hanging low today. Choke up on that thing, baby. Make it a nice smooth stroke. Got more work to do. I got to hang up with you. I got Brian Geeworth calling on me. Trying to ink a big movie deal, I think. Something like that. Very big. He's doing it. God damn it, pronoun stream. What the fuck are you talking about? I don't know. There's only 3 motherfuckers in the match. Figure it out. Oh, okay, listen. Dream got narrated, if you will, because he just falls back in the ether. God damn it, shut up. Motherfucker, get to the Kerwin White match, god damn it. Fucking Shelton Benjamin fucking kicked his ass. Actually, good fucking match. Fuck Brian Alvarez, whatever the fuck he has to say about it, cocksucker. That's a strong words over there, baby, coming out your mouth, if you will.
I want to see Bruce Pritchard host his own wrestling promotion, but it's a puppet show and only starring him.
Wouldn't that just be great?
That would be amazing.
I love it. It's funny, too, that same episode, about a half hour later, 45 minutes later, he goes on another tirade with a bunch of them. I wanted to put it all on there, but I was like, man, this one's long enough as it is. Either save that for another day or skip it altogether. But good old Bruce, man. You can tell he has fun. That's like his only break, I think, is when he records with Conrad.
He had a lot more breaks before he signed back on with WWE.
Damn right he did. Spent a lot of time at the strip clubs. And that's not a bad thing.
I want to hear Vince on Bruce's podcast. That would be an interesting one, wouldn't it?
They have no guests, they say. They never have.
I guess that's a way to go, though. I mean, when you're a wrestling podcast, that's a very rare thing. You know, like us, I guess, in a sense.
Yeah, I think most of Conrad's really never have guests. 83 weeks, I can only think of one time, and that was when he was recording with Eric Bischoff, and the Hulkster just happened to be over there, and without even letting Conrad know, she brought on the Hulkster. Conrad was just marking out like a child. He's like, "Oh,
Can
Mr. Hogan, Mr. Hogan." Yeah, it's awesome. Whew.
Woo! Well, the gold rush waits for no man, Fat Max, so let's keep this train rolling as we snap into this week's Savage Sentinel.
I'll tell you what, they may be making a lot of